Hey y'all. Alright, so here's the garlic. I have about 6 more of these to process, but I wanted to show you how I'm doing it. It's all crinkly. So what I'm doing is I'm just squeezing the root ball, getting all the dirt off that I can. Just gonna take some scissors and cut off the majority of the roots. I'm gonna kind of massage the roots a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna try to cut the roots as close to the bulb as I can, but because it has these nodes on the side, that's gonna be a little difficult. Okay, so that's probably as close as I'm gonna be able to get. And then I'm gonna cut the stalk. You can see this one's not completely dried out. I'm gonna cut the stalk about here. And this one's gonna dry out a little bit more, but now it's all ready to go.
Take 2. Hi y'all, I'm trying my wife's sauerkraut that she spent some time making out of our cabbage. So here we go. It's decent, pretty good for a first try. I think caraway seeds would make a big improvement. Well, it's not like a huge improvement, it's pretty good. I think next time we should leave it in for a little bit longer. It's not too bad. Good job, wife.
Daniel noticed we have lots of Japanese beetles, and we just literally just set up this beetle bag. Look at all the Japanese beetles. Holy moly. This is one of our peach trees. You can see buzzing around it are a bunch of Japanese beetle bugs, and they will eat the leaves and not kill the tree, but make it look very sickly. So Daniel and I are trying to capture them. Here's the beetles right here. So it's the mating season for the beetles. Daniel's getting swarmed by them. They almost look like bees swarming around you. So these are beetle bags that trap them, and they just started buzzing around because it's all hot out, and they let these bags, oh, there's one right here. These bags let off a pheromone that attract the beetles. You can see the bags are about half full, and Daniel's gonna go feed them to the birds. Alright.
Here, chick, 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 chick.
The bottom of the bags are kind of like a Velcro, and you can open and reseal them, so they're reusable. It doesn't seem very effective. They're all just flying away. What a waste. Like half of them just flew away.
Okay, we'll have to grab it.
I say you put water in the bag and drown them and then dump them. Hey y'all, it's Friday. We just actually had some people come through and do a farm survey. We walked the property and talked about what we want to do as far as putting in fencing so we can have cattle. But it is sprinkling right now, and I need to get my last batch of garlic out of the ground. Normally I wouldn't pull it out right now. It's really small, large enough to consume, but not anything to write home about. And let me give you a view of what's going on. All right, so I've dug up this bulb so you can see it's maybe the size of a golf ball. That's not ideal, but the stems are breaking, and all of these garlic are starting to lay down, and that's because we have so much moisture with the weather that we've been having that they're just falling over. So I can't really fix the weather, and we're supposed to get more rain this weekend, so I'm just gonna dig them up, and that's what I have for a harvest. Good morning, y'all. I've had a slow morning. It's just after 8. It's 70 or more degrees out right now. I just treated the cabbage with a mint treatment because I found some more worms on it yesterday. I'm gonna do some harvesting. Daniel sent me a photo message yesterday letting me know that the pumpkins had popped up. Sundays are pretty busy for me. I'm very active with our church, so I'm not in the garden much on a Sunday. Let me show you our pumpkins. I don't think our butternut squashes come up at all, so they just germinate later. All right, here's the pumpkins. So they're super easy to see here where the ground's cleared. We got one here. We've got these ones coming up here. Here and here and there and there and there. And let me show you, like in the grass, we got some here. And it looks like almost all of the different types of pumpkin are popping up. Like here's the first row I did with the tiny little orange pumpkins. You see them in there. They're popping up. So I probably planted like 100 or more pumpkins in this. I mean, it's a large square, but not very large for pumpkins. So pumpkin plants get pretty massive and they're going to just grow completely out of this box. They're probably going to grow into the road. So I'm going to try to tell the vines where to go, moving them around and all. But they're going to get out of control. It's going to be kind of a hot mess. And yeah, so it's going to be a hot mess. But we should have lots of pumpkins. Here's my acorn squash. Right here you can see these were the leaves that came up from it germinating and sprouting, right? And then this pointed leaf, these are real leaves of the plant. So it's starting to mature. That one did pop up. Something was attacking the leaves, but the newer leaves look really healthy, so I'm not worried about that. Looks like we got some tomato cherries to harvest. I had family over this weekend, and my sister-in-law picked some of our first tomatoes. You see this one? This one's getting ripe. These are not red tomatoes, so these are like a yellow variety. But I want to ripen them on the vine. When I do harvest them, I want to pick them at the hottest point of the day so all the sugars are in the tomato. So I'm going to let those ones ripen on the vine. I got 3 inside that will ripen on the counter. And that's more or less what the stores do when you buy a store-bought tomato. They actually pick them when they're green, and then they have them ripen in the process of getting them to the store. Daniel has weeded here where I had the garlic, and he planted some potatoes, and left his trash. Planted some potatoes here that my mother-in-law brought over. I have a strawberry. So on Sunday, I picked the first strawberry, and Daniel's review was it needed more time. So this is strawberry number 2, and I'm gonna take a look and see how it's doing. This is my protection so nothing comes and eats our delicious strawberries. I mean, that's pretty red. That's nice and dark. It's a little less dark over here. I'll turn it over. Maybe like later in the day. I'll pick it if it gets a nice deep red. This one's starting to change. I specifically planted these strawberries for Daniel because he loves strawberries. He says his mom was eating them when she was pregnant, so that's why he likes them so much.